Caleb. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You had the best game of your career, and then the next day or next 2 days later, you found out you're in protocols. I mean, what was the emotion of that moment, and how eager were you for today?
Yeah, I was itching to get back, like you said, just coming off a game like that. So just being on a super high and just wanting to keep that momentum and just continue to play like that. So obviously it sucked. It was terrible timing for me, but the fact that it was still my last game, you just know that you can just build off of it regardless whether you play like the next day or not. So I was gonna make sure I came in ready.
Caleb, I'm sure you were obviously locked in on situation here and your situation with the protocols and all, but like I think the number tonight is like 121 now or something crazy around the league. Like how much while you were out were you looking at what everybody else
Yeah.
was kind of going through too?
It almost made it better for me at the same time, just because it's like I got it like a little bit earlier than everybody else did. Some people got to play a couple more games than they had to deal with the same thing. So I guess it was good that I kind of just got out the way. But just almost seems like it's inevitable by now. Everybody's just getting it left and right. So uh, it's definitely a different league right now. A lot of guys in the G League are getting a lot of opportunities. So it's awesome for those guys, especially being a guy who's been in the G League. So I understand how much it means to them. So it's just cool to see guys get opportunities, but it sucks seeing guys having to sit out, for that reason at the same time.
I think there was a point in the game tonight where you were the small ball five. Just what is it like to be in those type of creative lineups where you have a coach that just trusts you and puts you into those type of creative lineups and situations like pressing and zone?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. You get the opportunity to speed the game up. You get to gamble a little bit more than you typically do, and the game's a lot more fast. So like a lot of things just happen. So you get to kind of just play more off instinct when those smaller ball lineups because you get to switch a lot. You get to gamble a little bit, and it takes everybody to get on the boards because like you said, we're a little bit smaller. So I enjoy both lineups, but obviously going small too, get to have your mismatches with the bigs and stuff. So it changed a little bit of the dynamic, but I like both ways for sure.
Yeah, I know there's only so much you probably could do, but while you were out, what were you doing to try and stay connected with this group and make sure, and what were they doing to try and include you in everything?
And a lot of guys reached out to me, just checking in on me and just making sure I'm good. And I would text guys after games and keep in contact with everybody. Having good games while they were out and talking to guys when it was like a rough game or anything. I'd FaceTime a couple of guys, so like we were always connected. Like the chemistry and me being involved with the group was never it was never not a factor. So I still felt included.
Caleb, were you asymptomatic? If I may ask, did you experience any symptoms?
I think so. I mean, I had like the first 2 days, like I felt a little bit tired and I just slept most of the day. But after day two, I was good, like pretty much.
While you're away, the two-way contract rules kind of changed, where now you don't have that 50-game limit. I mean, how happy were you? I know you don't keep track of the days you've said many times. How happy were you to see that news where you don't have to worry about that anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good sign for me. Just just being able to know that that won't affect my days, or we won't have to be super strategic about it. But like I said before, it's just same mindset, just coming into it, just playing like I'm on the team regardless. So that's how I'm gonna keep approaching it regardless.
It is a nice little salary bump too, so congratulations.
Appreciate
that.
appreciate that.
There's been, it's not done obviously, but there has been talk with the union and the league about shortening the 10-day to 6 as far as protocols, not
Right.
you know what I meant. Having been through it, I imagine you want to come back as soon as possible. Like, I mean, have you followed that element of it, the talks with the union and the league about potentially shortening the return to play protocols? Would you be in favor of it? I mean, you've been through it now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously
somebody else's problem now.
Yeah, I'd be biased for sure if I'm the one sitting out. I'd want to get back in 6 days or whatever it is. But obviously, like I said, it's bad timing again because I already spent my 14 days or whatever it was out. So of course that's the timing I get. But to feel for the other guys that are going to be out for a little bit jealous for that if they get to change it. But I would, if it doesn't affect everybody and doesn't mean guys are still giving it to other people, then yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of it as long as it's still obviously keeping people safe at the same time. So health is a priority.
All right, we'll go via Zoom to Mateo Mayorga.
Hey, Caleb, in the second quarter, you caught an outlet pass from Jimmy that you slammed on the fast break. What's it like having multiple teammates that can advance the ball up the floor like that and give you easy looks?
It just makes my job easier. And it makes running the floor fun. You know what I mean? Because you get to, you catch yourself sometimes run the floor, and I feel like a lot of guys run and they feel like they're not running with a purpose because it's almost as if they don't think it's going to come to them. So just having guys on our team just looking up constantly and wanting to throw that pass and feel confident enough to throw it to me, it obviously gives me a lot of confidence, and it makes me want to run that much more. So
All right, that's it. Thank you.
thank y'all.